Hey guys, it's Lauren from MamaRobinson.com, where I like to share about natural living and motherhood. And today we're talking about snacks for kids, because if your kids are anything like mine, they ask for snacks all day long. And sometimes we have a hard time knowing what kind of healthy snacks that we can give them. So I have some ideas for you to keep it really easy. I think sometimes we think that snacks need to be complicated or elaborate in order to be healthy. But they can actually be really easy, so I'm going to share some ideas. First, let's knock out some of the myths involved in healthy eating, especially when it comes to snacks. And one of those is that healthy snacks have to be expensive, and they don't have to be expensive at all. It totally depends on how you do it. Now, if you're buying, expensive organic gummy snacks or veggie straws and like actual snack food, then it can be expensive, but it really just depends on which ingredients you buy. When I think snacks, I think simple ingredients like chickpeas to make hummus, frozen vegetables, carrots, apples, really simple ingredients like that. These are some of the cheapest ingredients in the store, so feeding your children healthy snacks can be really inexpensive if you do it right. The other thought when we're getting our kids healthy snacks is that we need to get the organic veggie straws and the little fruit gummies and the granola bars and all those things that I just mentioned a minute ago. Now, I would actually encourage you not to get that stuff. It's very heavily processed and provides very little nutritional value. So sure, buying something organic is better than the alternative of buying conventional snacks, because it doesn't have a lot of the additives and the food coloring and the GMOs that you would get with conventional snack foods. But they still provide very little nutritional value. Just because something is organic does not necessarily mean that it's healthy. So remember that. The other thing that holds us back from healthy snacks is we think that it has to be time consuming. It does not have to be time consuming at all. It can be really fast and easy, and I'll give you some examples of that here in a minute. So sure, if you want to roll out your own power balls every day and make snacks that way, yeah, that's going to be time consuming. And you can do that if you want. Some people are really good at doing that kind of stuff. I am not doing that kind of stuff. I prefer to spend the majority of my time and effort on healthy meals and keep snacks simple. So when it comes to healthy snacks, a couple things that we need to keep in mind. One is that child's taste is very different than that of an adult's taste. So we can think outside the box a little bit with our snacks and grab things that are really simple that maybe we wouldn't like to eat as a snack, but a kid thinks it's great. They don't have the same preconceived ideas about what a snack should be, or which foods should go together and which foods shouldn't, or this certain food is eaten at breakfast and this certain food is eaten at dinner time. They don't care about any of that most of the time. They just want good food, and a lot of times their idea of good food is a lot more bland than our idea is, but that just makes it easier for us and keeps it that much more simple. So let's get into some specific ideas for snacks. These are some things that my 3-year-old eats. Obviously, if you have a younger child that isn't ready for things like crunchy carrots or almonds, then you might need to adapt some of these. But that's the great thing about it, is it's always easy to adapt this kind of stuff. So my number one idea is veggies. Really straightforward and simple, and there's a lot of different ways that we can give vegetables to our kids. So it's pretty easy to do. My favorite way is frozen vegetables. We just saute some frozen peas and carrots in some grass-fed butter, and that is one of Sadie's favorite snacks. You can do the same with broccoli or any other frozen vegetable that you like. Another way to have vegetables as a snack is just cutting up fresh vegetables. Obviously, you can have it with a homemade dip, like some hummus or some ranch. Make sure it's homemade. The store-bought ranch is full of stuff that you don't want to eat, but you can make it yourself. Or even just mustard. Sadie has had carrots dipped in mustard before, which I think is absolutely disgusting. But back to what kids like, that was something that she wanted to try and something that she enjoyed. So think outside of the box and let them tell you what kind of things that they like to eat. Another way that you can have vegetables is to do your own lacto-fermentings for fermented vegetables. I avoided this for a really long time because I thought it was going to be complicated and difficult. But once I started doing it, I realized how easy it actually is, and I've actually been having a lot of fun with it. It doesn't take much time to throw it together. Right now, Sadie loves eating fermented carrots. I actually don't care for them that much, but she loves them and eats them up. So I will make a half-gallon jar of fermented carrots just for her and put that in the fridge because it doesn't take very long to put together. And then that's just an easy snack that we can just pull right out of the jar, and it's already made up ahead of time, so I don't have to do anything in the moment when I'm getting that for her. And then another way, you can always just have leftover vegetables. If you have some leftover broccoli or something from dinner the night before, use that up, don't put it to waste, and just have it as a snack. Okay. Another option is obviously fruit is a really easy one because it's so easy to grab a banana or a clementine or cut up an apple and have it with some peanut butter. And that's just a really easy one. For a while, we were doing fruit a lot just because it was so easy to grab and I didn't have to really do anything to prep. We've tried to do that a little bit less because you do want to make sure you're having more vegetables than fruit. But that is still a really good one to have in moderation, and we still certainly enjoy those. Another idea is to have nuts. That's something you can just grab right out of the bag and involves no prep. Make sure to look at the ingredients when you buy nuts because you would be surprised at how many additives are in these. The only ingredients that you want to see in a container of nuts is just nuts, sea salt, and maybe some oil. Even the oils that they use aren't that great, but it's something that I settle for just because it's hard to find one without oil. We also keep on hand some organic cheese for eating. Sometimes it is hard to buy everything organic because I know that organic food is so expensive, but for us personally, when we're not able to buy everything organic, we focus on our animal products. So cheese, meat, and butter, we all get all of that organic, pasture-raised eggs. We try to focus in on those when we're not able to do it with our produce. You can also just drain and rinse a can of beans for a snack. I know that doesn't sound like something that we would want for a snack. I'm probably not gonna sit down with a can of black beans or something and eat that. But kids love it, surprisingly. So again, we just think my daughter is having fun during rest time being loud. So that's another example of things that kids might like for a snack that maybe adults probably wouldn't, but it's something that's easy to put together and just do real fast. And of course, the last one is just to have leftovers. If you have a little bit of leftovers at dinner time, that's not really enough to do anything with, just still save it anyway, and you can have that for snack time because a lot of times kids just pick and don't really eat very much anyway. So those are some of my ideas. This is what my child eats. We really don't buy snack foods at the store. We just make sure that we're stocked up on nuts and cheese and vegetables, and we pick at that throughout the week, and that's what we eat. There's no need to make it complicated with fancy recipes. Okay, so that's my idea for healthy snacks for kids. Super easy, super simple, and affordable. What are some of your ideas? What are things that your kids eat? Let me know in the comments. As always, make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.